definitely. I'm sure BCQ would want to get into another long macro game like the first one. He's probably
Yeah.
going to play extra safe against Raze this time so he doesn't get caught off guard from any aggressive builds like that we saw in Game 2. Alright, we're now loading into the next map. We have Raze versus BCQ. It's tied up 1-1 in the first match of the day. We'll see who's able to take this one and bring it to the winner's match.
So here we are in Laralac Crest, spawning in the bottom right. We have got our purple Terran from Team Ascension Pro. It is Raze.
And in the top right-hand side of the map, we have the teal Terran this time, changing his color. Did not like orange. We have Beastie Cutie from Serbia. Maybe the color was the problem, and now that he's teal, he'll win this time.
Maybe. I'm curious, though, if we're going to see anything different again from Raze, if Raze is going to go for maybe some more shenanigans, or if it's just going to be relaxed.
Yeah. It looks like Raze, I think he got his gas a little bit later this time, so it's probably not going to be a fast factory. It might be Beastie Cutie this time, who's going for the aggressive build. And
So, interesting note from Raze, we've already got 2 gas being made.
Beastie Cutie's going 2 gas too, so
Ooh.
might have some Mass Reaper shenanigans here. Is that how that works? Or
Yeah, is this going to be Reaper on Reaper?
yeah, hopefully it is. I want to see that. That'll be kind of fun to watch. But we'll see. Looks like none of them have opted to add on a second barracks yet. But well, it looks like okay, standard opener for Raze.
Yeah, standard opener, so it might be, there we go. We've got very quick factories from both players.
Alright. So BC Cutie not messing around this time. He's gonna go for an aggressive opener too, looks like. And oh, fortunate for Beastie. Wait, did BC Cutie scout Raze? Okay, no. It looks like the SCV was just misrallying. He's gonna be able to scout the spawn of Raze, but not getting any scouting intel. Raze is gonna scout BCQ 2 on the first try. So I think they're both gonna have a pretty good idea of what each other's doing.
We've got 1 Reaper out for Beastie Cutie, a second one to follow. This Reaper will get a bit of a scout into the main and see that, you know, oh man, something's up.
Yeah. But Raze's SCV is gonna do the same job that the Reaper's doing.
So Raze knows that something's a bit funny here as well.
Yep. Looks like we have... Alright, both players are making Hellions. We have a reactor for Raze. No add-ons for Beastie Cutie. Let's see... Okay, double Marine. And Raze is now getting a Tech Lab, so... We'll see if he opts for the Raven opener again. And
yeah,
that worked out pretty well from the last time.
It did, but it looks like we are going to have a medevac to start things off, as well as a tank.
Yep.
2 Reapers and a Hellion about to arrive at Raze's base for Beastie Cutie, but one of those Reapers does go down already.
So we're seeing a similar build from Raze as Beastie Cutie did in Game 1. I remember in Game 1, Beastie Cutie kind of did a tank-evac Marine aggression. We'll see if Raze chooses to be aggressive like Beastie Cutie was in Game 1. Maybe taking a page out of Beastie Cutie's book here. Oh, and now we see Cloak and Banshee coming out of Raze.
Interesting choice. However, Beastie Cutie is making a Raven behind this.
Yep, so Beastie Cutie's the one who's playing it a little bit safer this game. We'll see how that pans out for him. Getting the quicker expand. And looks like Raze still going for the tanks. Raze not expanding, which is pretty surprising. So
yeah,
they might just be doing an all-in here.
Yeah, this is looking like it's becoming very committed to aggression. Yeah. And it looks like, you know, as you said, a 1 base all-in is probably where this is headed.
Yeah. But actually, we do see an SCVs being sent down to Raze's natural, so perhaps just a really
Just
like
really delayed.
Yeah, just like a build to keep Beastie Cutie inside his base for a while. Keep him on his toes. And, but yeah, with the Raven, Beastie Cutie's gonna be able to detect any Cloak Banshee shenanigans. Right? Oh, wow, the Banshee's actually doing a lot of damage in the lane. 5 workers going down.
Wow.
6. And probably get another one too.
Looks like we've got a total
workers.
of 9.
Wow.
Yeah, 9 STV kills. That was very good there for Raze.
Yeah. So that I think since Beastie Cutie got the faster expand, that kind of evened things out. But yeah, definitely really good for Raze. Oh, Beastie Cutie being a little bit sloppy with his Reapers. Gonna lose. Yeah, gonna lose both Reapers. So maybe Beastie Cutie falling a little bit under the pressure here.
Oh,
loses the
medevac.
medevac though with the tank in it. That's pretty huge for Beastie Cutie.
Yes, that is. Looks like Beastie Cutie just heading out, however, runs into those tanks and loses the Raven as well.
Yep. We'll see if raises it. Nope. Beastie Cutie backs up in time. Not gonna lose the tank. That's good for Beastie Cutie.
A scan for Beastie Cutie shows that Raze does indeed have a second base that has just started.
Yeah, but I think Ray's definitely getting the better opener of the two. Ray's is now starting Stim Pack much sooner than Beastie Cutie. He's adding on his production, and he's got a 3rd CC on the way. So,
wow. So he's looking okay.
Yeah, Ray's has got the much better setup for sure. And Beastie Cutie is actually starting Combat Shield before Stim. That's interesting. He started Stim and then canceled it for the Combat Shield. Normally you get your Stim first. Interesting choice out of Beastie Cutie. Yeah, Ray's looking really solid this game. I think right now this is Ray's game to win. But we'll see. You know, TVT is so hectic. Like even if you get like an insanely good opener against your opponent, you can still very easily lose it if you take a bad fight.
Looks like Raze, though, going home for a little bit, knows that he did some damage.
Yep.
At this point, is just macroing up that 3rd base. Looks like it's ready to land soon.
That's good for Raze for sure. I don't think Beastie Cutie's not yet started his 3rd base.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah,
yep.
He has not built a 3rd yet.
Yeah, so that's gonna affect Beastie Cutie in the long run if he doesn't get any damage done. But yeah, he's actually only on one. He's now getting his 2nd and 3rd barracks while Raze he's had his 3 barracks up and running. He's even got his double Ungi bait too. So just everything looking good in Raze's favor so far.
Beastie Cutie's moving across the map, however, Raze is definitely ready for him. His tanks are in position.
Oh, losing 2
Getting
Vikings.
these Vikings, oh, that's huge.
That is painful for Beastie Cutie.
Those Vikings, they provided that high ground vision, and, you know, that's not there anymore.
Yeah. But Beastie Cutie, despite losing those Vikings, he's got these tank-evacs out here. Maybe if he gets a good position on Raze, he can make something happen to bring him back in the game. Yeah, that's going to be really important for Beastie Cutie to make something happen with his force back here. See now, Beastie Cutie's kind of leapfrogging forward. Good so far from Beastie Cutie, preventing that 3rd base from landing, containing a bit. But we'll see if Raze is able to pounce on him. Raze has got Stim now, but Beastie Cutie doesn't.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yep.
But these tanks, they're doing a lot of damage here.
Yeah. Yeah, those tanks got really good shots off on the bio. And oh, that tank is in range of Raze's tank back there. Yeah, this has been a really good pressure so far from Beastie Cutie. And Raze is actually floating a lot of minerals behind this.
Oh wow, you were right.
Yeah. He really wanted to land his 3rd base and get his production, but this attack here kind of distracted him from doing that. And Beastie Cutie is now starting his 3rd base. Oh, and a drop in the natural from Beastie Cutie.
A nice little attack
my
there,
God.
and Beastie Cutie, wow, takes game 3.
I did not expect that. Everything
Yeah.
was looking raise, and then, you know, BCQD, you got a lot done with that pressure at the third base, getting good
Yeah.
tank shots on those Marines, and yeah, it just shows how crazy this matchup can be. Like,
Yeah,
that made
TVD
no sense to me.
There are a lot of surprises.
Yeah, like that was Raze's game right there, and then all of a sudden, no, take a couple bad fights, and then
Yeah,
that's
those
GG
tanks,
right
they
there.
got a lot of hits off.
Yeah. Good play from Beastie Cutie, being after that really, really bad opener, is able to make it back and win.
Yeah.
So,
Looks like we are going to get into our next series shortly, but I think before that we will take a quick break.
Yep.
Stick with us, guys. Our next games will be happening shortly.
Jim Rising versus Monty. We'll be back in a little bit.